Hi, it's Scott Carlson with BRIX Real Estate. You're considering buying a condo, but you're not sure. Should I? Should I maybe look at a single family residence? What are the pros and cons? How are they different? What's the process? Well, let's unpack that today because there's a lot to talk about. Now, the first thing is finding the condo that's the right fit for you. And here in Minnesota, there are a ton of condos, especially downtown. Once you get out in the suburbs, there's not as many, but they're still out there. And you need to really think about what type of condo am I looking for? And with that, you need to be thinking, do I have a pet? Okay, I have a pet. Is it a cat or a dog? A lot of associations will allow cats, but they won't allow dogs. And if you find one that allows a dog, well, there could be a weight limit. A lot of times, if you have a larger dog, you're going to have a very hard time finding a condo association that would accept it. The same thing with, the number of animals. A lot of associations have restrictions on the number of pets that you can have. So that's something that your real estate agent that you're working with, when they set up your search, can put those different parameters in there. Now, the other thing is you find the condo, you're excited about it, and you want to put an offer in. Well, the first thing that you want to take a look at is the seller's disclosures. Now, more and more, I'm seeing where sellers are, if they've rented the place and they haven't lived there, where they're doing the seller disclosure alternatives. That does not have a lot of information in it. It basically says, was there meth produced in the home, yes or no? The other type of disclosure is the standard seller's disclosures, where it has more information. It goes into a lot more detail that now if the seller didn't live there, they're not going to know as much information. But if they filled out the typical standard disclosures, it's going to have a lot more information than the other one. It'll ask the age of the roof. It'll ask about appliances. Do they work, not work? It'll ask about any damage in the unit. It'll ask about age of roof. It'll ask about material defects that would take away from your enjoyment of living there. So you go through that with your real estate agent, ask any and all questions, and as long as you're good with that, then you would put together an offer. Now, one of the things that is different with purchasing a condo is that you have the CIC rescission period, which some people will call the HOA rescission period. Now, you can have up to 10 days to go through all of the HOA documents after you have an accepted offer. And in there, it has the rules, the regulations, it has the financial health, it has all of the information that the association has, and you get a copy to look at all of it. So one of the things with that, you want to take a look at the rules and regulations. Like I said before, if you have a pet or if you have different things that you're up late at night, and if they say no loud music past this time, you want to make sure that your lifestyle is going to match with the associations. Now, with the financial health, you want to make sure that the association has enough money set aside in reserves to take care of something. If something needs to be replaced, if something needs to be fixed. Because a lot of times associations will, they get older and then they start getting into disrepair and they need things done. Well, the association should have enough money set aside to be able to handle that. But some associations, not all, but some, don't have enough money set aside. Their monthly HOA fees aren't high enough. So what they end up having to do when they run into, things that need to be fixed and there's no money, well, they turn around and typically what they'll do is they'll put a special assessment on each and every homeowner. And they give you typically until X amount of time to pay it, or, depending on the situation, sometimes they get a loan through the city and they have longer times to pay that. But you want to find an association that is financially healthy and isn't going to have to do special assessments. That's going to help as far as for any unforeseen problems, that all of a sudden you're not having to set money aside or shell out extra money that you weren't expecting. Do I want to have the inspection contingency as well? Now, with that, it really depends on what your personal beliefs are, because with a condo, you're typically only responsible for the stuff inside the unit. You're not responsible for the exterior. For example, the roof, the siding. Now, you would want to take a look at, your association's specific, rules and regulations. But, one thing that I've found that's interesting is that windows, a lot of the associations won't cover windows. So if you have to have a window replaced, then that is the homeowner's responsibility. So these are all things that you want to think about as you're taking a look at the unit. With an inspection, what they're going to cover is mainly the inside of the unit, and they're going to be taking a look at the mechanicals, the appliances. They're going to be looking for leaks. They're going to be looking for all of that stuff, but it's contained to the unit. So you might want to consider with a condo, but this is completely up to you and what you feel is the best way to move forward. You might want to consider, instead of spending $200 up to $500 for an inspection, instead of that, get a warranty, get a home warranty. There's some out there that are a year, there are some out there that are a little bit longer, but with a warranty, something happens, that you have some coverage, a little bit of peace of mind. So something to keep in mind as you go through this process. And through this is the financing piece. Now, your real estate agent should be able to help you with this, but a lot of condo associations don't accept FHA or VA. So you would either be looking at having to do cash, so pay for the whole condo in cash, and don't forget about closing costs, and other miscellaneous fees that could be involved. So if you do cash, you're going to want to make sure that you put together a sheet where it has all the different fees and gives you a total cost, including the title fees as well. Now, if you do conventional, you can have your loan officer help you with that, and then you would only have to put down 1%, 5%, 10%, whatever it is that that you work that out with the loan officer to get approved for X amount of dollars. So this is Scott Carlson with BRIX Real Estate. If I can be of assistance or you would like more information, just comment below condo and I would be happy to share any and all information I have. Thank you.